Hello everybody, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the FNAF 2 movie. Finally, it is out, and I am so excited to talk about it. First thing I'll say, I will be doing some spoilers probably. I don't know, it just depends how I feel on this review. But just in case, I'm going to give my verdict right now and say I probably give this, probably in terms of my own enjoyment, like a 7 or 8 out of 10, around there. In terms of critically, it's definitely a lot lower. I don't know where I'd put it. First thing I'll give the pros though. The set for this whole movie is amazing. Animatronics, they look amazing, accurate to the games for sure. Just a little more realistic. The music is great. I think I like the music a lot, especially the theme. And I think another really good thing about this movie is that there is a lot more horror in it. I think the first one was definitely missing a lot of horror elements and stuff like that. I will say the tension building is not the best in this film, so it's definitely still not perfect. Hopefully they can get better for that in the third movie. I do think it's heading in the right direction for that concept. Now to my cons. First con is the writing. I think the writing is not that good, in my opinion. I think probably actually worse than the first one. I'll get to scenes in a little bit, but first I just want to say, yeah, the writing is not that good compared to the first one. The first one's still not good either, but I think this one's a little worse, sadly. But again, I still enjoy it more just because of those horror elements that they do throw in there. And for my second one, this is where I not really get into spoilers. Actually, no, it's a spoiler. Just click off if you don't want spoilers. My second one's about the marionette. I think the marionette was not used enough in the film as she should, because you don't really see her physical form that much, sadly. I love how eerie, and I think that she's like one of the creepiest FNAF monsters, and you don't really see her puppet form that much. Most of the time, she's only possessed in someone, and I just think it just looks more kind of generic and stuff like that. I just don't really find it creepy compared to the more original puppet design. I wish they would have used that one more. And my other con is probably going to be the amount of times that they use the weathers. I don't think the weathers are in it that much. It's not really a con, it's more of a nitpick in my opinion. I just wish the weathers were in it a little bit more. They kind of were barely in it. Besides that, I'm going to go back to my writing issue, because there's a few things I want to talk about the writing. First one is Josh Hutcherson's character. I dislike him so much more as a character than the first film. I think he was actually one of the best parts of the first film. Sadly, I don't think his writing really does him justice here. I don't think he's nearly as good as the first film, and they kind of made him kind of stupid in this one. Like, kind of nonsensical, I guess, type of thing. I know Vanessa, lies to him a lot and stuff like that. Not really lies to him, just doesn't tell him stuff. But, he just kind of gets unreasonable at the end, especially. Stay away from us. And then my next scene is the opening scene. Now, I do think the opening scene is actually my favorite part of the film. I think the way they did, William Afton's character is amazing. I think William Afton in general is probably the best part of this film. For how little he's in it, probably. But, I think the writing after that is, actually before we see William Afton, it's actually, I think, when we see the parents, yelling at this kid, get out of here, scram! Get out of here. And I'm just like, these are the worst parents of all time. It's so cartoonishly bad. And another scene I have to talk about is the principal at the school, I think, or no, the teacher at the school. He's so cartoonishly mean as well. I just think those writing bits are kind of not that good. But it's not that good. But I still enjoyed this movie though. For people that love FNAF and stuff like that, you will enjoy this. But for people that do not really care about the IP or anything like that, you'll definitely not like this, especially compared to the first one. I think the first one, you at least could enjoy it, even if you don't really care for the IP. But this one, you definitely will not like it if you don't like the IP, because most of it is just references thrown at you and stuff like that. And that's basically really much I have to say. Besides saying the animatronics look amazing. Oh yeah, also the voices for the characters are actually way better than I expected. I thought Megan Fox as Toy Chica was actually not that bad. I guess the animatronics don't really need that much emotion anyway, so it's not that hard to act it. But I did like her voice. I think Toy Freddy sounded cool. I do I do really like the goofy original voice, but I don't mind this voice either. And Toy Bonnie is exactly how I'd expected. Some people just thought he was gonna sound like Mad Dad. It's exactly what I expected. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I really enjoyed this movie. Please go check it out if you're a fan of FNAF. That's it. See you guys later.